When people hear the name Black Panther, they often think of speed, strength, and a sleek black suit. But the true story of Black Panther is much deeper than that. It's a story about legacy, about responsibility, and about what it truly means to protect something bigger than yourself. This is not just the origin of one hero. This is the origin of an idea passed down through generations. This is the origin of Black Panther. Part 1. The Land That Hid in Plain Sight. Long before the world knew its name, there existed a nation unlike any other, a land rich in culture, tradition, and knowledge. This land was Wakanda. Surrounded by mountains and disguised as an ordinary country, Wakanda was anything but ordinary. Centuries ago, a massive meteor made of a mysterious cosmic metal crashed into its soil. That metal, later known as vibranium, changed everything. Where other nations built with stone and steel, Wakanda built with innovation. Where others fought wars for power, Wakanda focused on balance. But vibranium was dangerous in the wrong hands, so the leaders of Wakanda made a decision that would shape history. They would hide. To protect their land, their people, and their future, Wakanda masked its true strength from the rest of the world. And to guard that secret, they needed more than walls. They needed a protector. Part 2. The First Black Panther. According to Wakandan legend, a powerful spiritual force watched over the land, a panther deity known as Bast. Bast represented strength, wisdom, and protection. The elders believed Bast chose a warrior to serve as Wakanda's guardian. That warrior became the first Black Panther. Through ritual and tradition, the chosen protector consumed the heart-shaped herb, a sacred plant enhanced by vibranium. The herb granted heightened abilities, strength, speed, sharper senses, but more importantly, it connected the panther to the spirits of those who came before. From that moment on, the Black Panther was not just a fighter, they were a symbol. Each generation passed the mantle forward, ensuring Wakanda would never stand alone. Part 3. A Legacy Passed Down. The title of Black Panther was not inherited by blood alone, it had to be earned. Every ruler, whether king or queen, faced a challenge ceremony. If another warrior believed they were more worthy, they could challenge for the throne. This tradition kept Wakanda strong. Some Black Panthers were remembered as warriors, others as builders. Some expanded Wakanda's technology, while others defended its borders. But all shared one responsibility: protect Wakanda at any cost. This legacy continued for generations, until it reached a young prince named T'Challa. Part 4. The Birth of a Prince. T'Challa was born into royalty as the son of King T'Chaka, the reigning Black Panther. From the moment he could walk, T'Challa was trained, not just in combat, but in leadership, diplomacy, science, and tradition. His father taught him that power without wisdom was dangerous. His mother taught him that compassion was strength. T'Challa admired his father deeply. To him, T'Chaka was more than a king. He was a living legend. But legends don't live forever. Part 5. Loss and Responsibility. During an international mission, King T'Chaka was killed. The loss shook Wakanda to its core. Suddenly, T'Challa was no longer just a prince. He was next in line to rule. But ruling Wakanda meant more than sitting on a throne. It meant facing the trials to become Black Panther. Grief weighed heavily on him, but tradition demanded action. The nation gathered. The tribes stood ready. The challenge ceremony began. One by one, warriors stepped forward, and one by one, they stepped aside. T'Challa faced the trials not with arrogance, but with resolve. When he drank the heart-shaped herb, he collapsed into a vision. Part 6. The Ancestral Realm. In his vision, T'Challa entered the ancestral plane, a spiritual realm where former Black Panthers watched over the living. There, he stood among kings and queens of the past. Among them was his father. T'Chaka spoke not as a ruler, but as a parent. He reminded T'Challa that the crown was not a reward, it was a burden. To lead Wakanda, T'Challa would need strength, but also humility, courage, but also mercy. When T'Challa awoke, he had changed. He rose not as a grieving son, but as Black Panther. Part 7. The Suit and the Symbol. The Black Panther suit was more than armor. Forged with vibranium and designed by Wakanda's greatest minds, it absorbed energy, resisted damage, and enhanced the Panther's abilities. But the true power of the suit wasn't technology. It was what it represented. To Wakandans, seeing the Black Panther meant safety. To enemies, it meant warning. To T'Challa, it meant responsibility. Part 8. A King Tested. As king, T'Challa faced immediate challenges. Some questioned his youth. Others believed Wakanda should abandon tradition and open itself to the world. There were whispers of betrayal, ambition, and unrest. T'Challa quickly learned that ruling was harder than fighting. Every decision had consequences. Helping outsiders risked exposure. Refusing them risked moral failure. Through every challenge, T'Challa relied on his allies. His brilliant sister, whose inventions pushed Wakanda forward. The elite royal guard, unwavering in loyalty. Tribal leaders who balanced tradition and progress. But even with support, T'Challa's greatest test was yet to come. Part 9. Questioning the Past. As he learned more about Wakanda's history, T'Challa realized that secrecy had protected his people, but it had also isolated them. While Wakanda thrived, the rest of the world suffered. Was hiding truly the right choice? The ancestral voices praised protection, but T'Challa questioned whether protection without compassion was enough. For the first time, a Black Panther dared to challenge the decisions of those who came before. Part 10. A New Path for the Panther. Rather than rejecting Wakanda's traditions, T'Challa chose to evolve them. He believed Wakanda could protect itself while also helping others. That power should be shared carefully, not hoarded. This belief reshaped the role of Black Panther. No longer just a guardian of borders, but a bridge between Wakanda and the world. Part 11. What Black Panther truly represents. Black Panther is not defined by claws or speed, not by technology or combat skill. The Black Panther represents leadership without tyranny, strength guided by wisdom, protection rooted in love, and the courage to challenge tradition when it no longer serves justice. T'Challa proved that heroes are not perfect. They are thoughtful, they learn, they grow. Part 12. The legacy continues. The greatest truth of Black Panther is this: the mantle does not belong to one person forever. As long as Wakanda exists, the Black Panther will rise when needed. As long as the people endure, the spirit of the Panther will endure with them. T'Challa did not end the story. He expanded it. The story of Black Panther is not about power gained. It is about power earned. It is the story of a nation that chose protection over conquest, of a hero who chose responsibility over fear, and of a legacy that will never fade. As long as courage lives, as long as justice matters, the Black Panther will stand watch. Wakanda forever.